welcome back on into another episode of Two Fat Drunks. I'm your host, JDV.
And I'm the other guy, War Pig, who drinks with him and not the host.
Tonight we're going to continue on with our series of great movies that were made in a year that end in 9.
That's correct.
And we're going to jump past the 79.
Well, I think really, because it is 89, right?
Yeah, so we're going to go 1989, and the movie is Batman by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
In this era now where superheroes movies, particularly the Avengers, is such a huge thing, we should remember that we'll talk about the effect that Batman had and does it hold up now, and everything to do with Batman coming up.
Yeah!
Okay, hey, thanks for joining us here on another episode.
Hey.
We crossed 8,000 subscribers.
Did we really?
Yeah. So thank you to everybody.
Right. Who knew there were that many masochists? So
there's not that many based on our summer preview show. Anywho, first off, right off the bat, let's say get better soon to cousin Cheryl.
Yep.
And to Ray.
Big Ray.
Ray's in the hospital for some blood clot things and a lot of cocaine. And cousin Cheryl had a triple bypass, even though she's about my...
Good grief. Wow, she's 85? Holy shit. Sorry about
that's
the
unfair
bypass.
to cousin Cheryl.
And how?
But both of those people have really been a big help on our zombie show, Reanimates. Checked out. They both had a big part to do with that. In fact, you can see both of them in several different times as zombies because they always were there. And when you're crew on an EGE shoot, you are also in the cast. It always happens.
Amen. But now we're in 89.
Now we're up to 89. And really the standout sci-fi genre film of the year, or whatever how you want to call it, was Batman.
That's correct. Yep.
And now I'm old enough to remember when Superman came out. And I would actually say that was the first modern day superhero film. A film.
I think there's no question.
Hey, we were talking a little bit about TV theme songs in the pregame here. And hey, man, Can You Read My Mind? I'm pretty sure it was in the top 20.
Was that
songs? That was written by John Williams for that movie.
Well, who sang it though? It wasn't Margaret Kidder didn't sing it.
I think it is Margaret.
I want to swear it was Debbie Boone. I feel like it, but I might be wrong about that.
But
it was Debbie Boone, Grandpa. Never mind, kids.
It was a big ass movie,
right?
But I think that they didn't necessarily know that there was a gold mine
in comic books
yet. But that did change after Batman came out. Batman,
That's
I would
correct.
say, was an even bigger deal because I'm not saying that Superman didn't affect the culture. It did.
No, but
Batman is a step above the way the Avengers is now a step above Batman.
Right. It was definitely an escalation.
But Batman, the movie, everybody saw Batman.
Yeah. It was huge.
It was a giant movie. Everybody went to see it. That is when... I mean, you want to talk about the beginning of kind of diverse fandom away from Star Trek and Star Wars. It might have been Batman because then people start to cosplay the hell out of Michael Keaton's outfit.
And let me ask you,
who is genius? We'll get to the cast.
Yeah, let's get to that. But
just the cultural impact was big. It made like $500 million in adjusted dollars now, which is a lot.
That is a lot of money,
considering that the foreign market was nothing compared to what
China
it is now.
market, not like there is now.
Right?
I mean, there was U.S. and Europe, and then maybe everybody
You worked
else.
at the theaters then.
I worked for a theater chain. I'm not going to mention, but I worked there during Batman. And I worked there during Die Hard and all that stuff like that. So when Batman came out, dude, it was. I mean. My job was to clean the theater after the show, and let me tell you, multiple bags.
Yeah, a crazy amount of.
It was huge.
It still has to be one of the biggest domestic movies ever. Because it made almost all its money here. So.
And it was an event. It was a big deal. I mean, it was just one of those things where it's like. Everyone's wearing the gear. Everyone's like, everyone was like super into it.
MTV when that meant something.
That's
right. And it's just
didn't Prince do the soundtrack to that movie?
That's controversial. Now, I did not like that at the time. Now I view that as actually a very dope soundtrack and helps make the movie a whole notch better
in
than
its
it might have
way,
been.
yeah, because there's nothing else that has
There's
that.
nothing else that's
Prince
like
never did another soundtrack
other than for his own
movie, but that was before. I don't think
the music.
Wait, he did Under a Cherry Moon, but
that's his shit too.
But yeah, but even with that, it was his shit. He never did a soundtrack again after that.
Yeah, and so I think it was kind of maligned at the time.
It was, and it
has grown. It's grown on me as it's gone by.
Prince.
But okay, so it was a giant hit, even though it was directed by a guy who, just like everyone said about Chris Nolan, and his Joker, Heath Ledger. I don't think people thought Jack Nicholson was going to be able to be a good Joker. Nobody wanted Michael Keaton as Batman. That is where they got a mountain of shit from.
Well, here's what's interesting is that there wasn't a Joker in. There was Joker in the comics, but it wasn't a cultural phenomenon like it is now. But before then, there wasn't a Joker archetype. So what's interesting is that the later Batmans that featured Joker, Heath Ledger was compared against that Joker as played by Jack Nicholson. And you still can't say a guy. Jack Palance is in Black Man. Jack Palance is great Batman.
In that movie. Who plays Billy D. Williams is great.
Billy D. Williams that was actually a controversy. That was a big controversy.
I don't know why. He's great in that part.
No, not that part. No. Later on,
they
didn't bring him back as Harvey Dent.
They never let him be a heel.
They really should have, though. That would have been great because he was a good Harvey Dent.
But it's really Keaton. It's Michael Keaton's performance and his interaction with Nicholson, but it still all goes on Keaton.
And being on screen with Nicholson and not being just
I don't know if this is the show to debate who is the best Batman.
No, that's its own.
But I would say that Michael Keaton has never been beaten. He might have been equaled by... I don't think he's ever been beaten in the role. Because the role is bifurcated. You do have to be able to pull off an Olympic athlete level jiu-jitsu, martial arts, insane psycho 30-year-old person, martial artist, and you have to be Bruce Wayne,
millionaire playboy, which
are two totally different things. Which is how he can get away with it, in your mind.
Right, you don't care because Keaton is so good as an actor. Michael Keaton
he is great as Wayne. He's great as Wayne.
He's great and as Batman. I mean, he sort of popularized that sort of I'm Batman.
It was. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Is Bale doing Keaton?
Now he didn't go as all in, and they didn't mess with the voice as much. But yeah,
but just Keaton as just so intense, and it's not corny, it's not campy, it's legit intensity as Batman. You totally believe it in the same way that you do believe Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Oh hell yeah, you do.
His Joker, and you know what he gets right. You know what Nicholson gets right about the Joker, and this gets lost a little bit.
Joker, I'd say the random madness, maybe. I mean, you buy him. You buy it.
You buy him because of the charisma. And the Joker has charisma. And that's not really carried over. Heath Ledger, I'm not taking anything away from him. What I'm saying is, he's not playing it with charisma. He's playing it with psychosis, which is deep. But Nicholson's charisma...
It's more of a lark, I guess. He's doing it just because he's bored.
Well, he's Nicholson.
Right.
Right.
I mean, but the character is just kind of... He wants
revenge. He got disfigured and he does well, but he's just like, I'm just bad as hell now because I don't give a fuck, obviously. And he's leading this because he was taking over for Palance. He took over because he got ratted. We're going to rat it out, boys. Right? And that's his modus operandi. And after that, he just runs the show.
Well, you know what's interesting about when you have Heath Ledger's and I'd say Mark Hamill's version...
For the animated series.
Right, and when you compare that to Nicholson's, what it shows you is what a wonderful character the Joker really is when you can have three really good actors give you three completely different performances of it, and all three of them are still valid.
Distinct. And good.
And Nicholson's is absolutely valid. And,
absolutely.
Think about when we had Gene Hackman play Lex Luthor.
Gene, we miss you, man.
I know. I was thinking, I was watching Hoosiers the other day. Why is the Hackman retired? Why is Connery retired? We need you now.
We need you guys
more than ever.
Jesus Christ.
But it is a great movie if you haven't seen it. Without Batman, do we have an Avengers? Yes or no? That's a tough question, actually.
You know
because
why?
There was a big gap at the end of those Batman movies to the modern day Marvel movies, and
I wonder,
even till Blade, it was a full 10 years to Blade, right?
Follow me on this.
All right.
Culturally, did Batman represent the first explosion of Comic-Cons?
Yeah, part of
because
it, yeah.
I did not know about
vast
Comic-Cons until after Batman, and then comic books just went insane. But it was the books, though, because, like you say, they didn't get into making comic book movies really until Blade.
Yeah, but
and Blade's an off comic. That's
still just a one-off. That's just kind of a let's buy this story cheap and make a cool vampire movie with Wesley Snipes. As opposed to
it's not MCU.
Let's do a whole universe, right?
Right. No,
the Blade was never meant to be
Which was the first of? Was the MCU? Was it Captain America first, or was it?
Well, now according to Marvel,
wait a minute. You have to go ahead. You say it because I'm going to say it. You say it.
If you think that the toys matter, I just did an episode today with King, and in the MCU, baddest toys you can buy, $25 a piece. I mean, just wild, the insane detail that looks real.
Yeah,
they have issued a Wesley Snipes as Blade figure, so cool. I think that they do. Look, Ryan Reynolds is in. I mean, there's a lot of
there's a lot of young actors that eventually ended up in other comic book films, but it's not connected. Because you can't even really establish that's the same universe.
And even I think you could, but even a success, I still don't think actually. I think
that did not, because
I think Iron Man was meant as a one-off, and it was such a huge giant hit. Then they went,
hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was that Iron Man is the movie where they finally got to hey, there's a lot of these goddamn comic books. Why couldn't we use some of these as a more than one movie sort of thing?
People seem to like them, so maybe we should shoot more.
So I would say, and to the answer to that question is, did Batman enable Avengers to be? I would say no.
Yeah. I'm going to say only because
the effect on the culture.
Because of the effect on the culture.
Culturally, I could buy that, but in terms of it didn't make so much money that they felt they didn't go, hey.
Can you say, and I think you can you say that Batman created the culture that made the Avengers possible, that made Iron Man possible?
It's a part of it. It's
got to be, because Comic-Cons exploded after that. There were lots more than they had before. Cosplay wasn't really that big of a thing.
No, we mentioned that earlier,
until that.
Yeah, I can buy that. Okay, so would Batman hold up right now if you saw it?
Absolutely, every time. Keaton is awesome.
If you have a chance, if you have an outdoor movie theater that you can set up with like a sheet, anything, get a projector. They're cheap.
It's not that hard.
Cool. Show your kids Batman. It's a fun movie, and then you can, puff them out. Right? But I just know it's one of those rare films, kind of like the Avenger films are now, that you can watch at any age and
still enjoy it. It's enjoyable. It's a great film.
Okay, Get Better. Cousin Cheryl, we love you. Get Better, Ray, we love you, man. Both you guys, I hope to see you on our shoot for our sixth film, tentatively titled Red Harvest. We're going to start shooting that in September. If you live in the Michigan, Indiana,
that's pretty good. I like that.
Indiana,
Ohio,
Indiana region. Talk to us, because we need some people. If you particularly, we're looking for, if you own an ambulance or a police car, let us know. We're looking for.
Do you have your own military? If so, call us.
We don't need a military. But if you want to be crew or whatever, we're looking at shooting sometime mid-September this year. And thanks for all the new subscribers that we've had.
Yes. And hi to Token Dave. Hi to Artist by Night. Hi guys, how you doing?
Okay, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Keep on watching. Again, if you want to have us do a certain show, let us know. If you want to join us for our next feature, go ahead.
Indie filmmakers, we will review your crap.
Yeah, if you want us to review your stuff, go ahead, or your swag, whatever. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, love each other, and the mob rules.
You've nothing to say. Now they're breaking away. If you listen to fools,
the mob rules.
You were wrong. People are used to it. It's fine. Let's just move on like it didn't happen.
Okay, look over there, little birdie.
I got my throat. Ah!
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.